Hi, Taurus. Okay, for the awareness for the week, we have the Two of Wands and we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Two of Wands, we get a sense here of the person here is on the dragon, and the dragon is actually holding the world right here. And it's the initial stages of manifesting, of dreaming what's next for you, what's possible. And when we look at twos, we're often thinking about decisions that we have to make and consequences, that if I choose to go this route, how does that impact my marriage or my home life or my job? If I choose to do this, then what are the effects of making that choice? And so we have a lot to think about. And so here's this initial stages of thinking about what you want to do next in your life. You have the world in your hands. You're ready for the next adventure. You're ready for the next project, for the next part of your life to construct and to build and to envision. So here we're looking out into the distance, out into the mountains and into that beautiful sky. And then we have the Knight of Swords. And I just have to say, in looking at this illustration, looks like a pony. He's riding a pony, but the Knight of Swords is an energy that may benefit you, or it could represent someone within your circle, within your life that you're interacting with this week or that you're discussing things with. The Knight of Swords is someone who is really pursuing the truth. Someone who gets involved and is looking to get to the heart of the matter, to look at the truthfulness of a situation, to be fair, to be reasonable, and to find clarity through understanding the issue, discussing the issue, strategizing, and from that you can communicate clearly and you can really hone right in on what you need to think about. So, I think that the Knight of Swords is here to help shape your thinking. It's telling you to use your smarts, to use your reason as you make decisions regarding your path, your future, the things that you want to accomplish, the dreams that you want to bring on board. The Knight of Swords would maybe tell you to look honestly and truthfully at these dreams or these passions of yours. And also there's a sense of really being diligent and being thorough in your thinking, of thinking things all the way through, being informed. So in terms of guidance, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Five of Swords. So the Two of Pentacles, we see the woman here with the two coins. This card is about balancing everything that you need to balance within life. And unfortunately, every day is another day that you have to keep standing and you have to keep trying to balance your job, your family, your relationships, your children, the bills, whatever it may be. Resources, time, energy, and relationships. So pay attention to how you're prioritizing your time. Pay attention to how you feel. Are you tired physically? Do you need to shift things in order to get more rest? Are you spending too much and maybe you need to look at your budget? You need to think about how you can bring it back to your normal amount. But the Two of Pentacles, it's about your decisions again regarding your resources, regarding your time, your energy, and the delicate dance of life, which is whether it's raining or whether it's sunny outside, you still have to juggle a lot of things going on. And this can suggest that you feel busy, that you have a lot on your plate, and that this week, particularly, you may feel very busy. You may have a lot of commitments or obligations that you have to fulfill. So be careful. Do what you can to take care of yourself. And, if there's an opportunity, maybe you say no to something and give yourself some space. So with the Two of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of, can be a card of conflict, a power struggle, an ego struggle, where someone feels that they need to come out on top. Perhaps there's a clear-cut winner to this conflict or this disagreement, and someone walks away, either saying, I'm not going to go there with this, I'm going to let it go, or they come out on the other end, they're not winning this argument. So there's a lot of perspective within this card in duality. Where do you see yourself? Is this a case where you're having to stand tall and to protect yourself and to take what you need in order to survive? Or is this a case where you're going to make your point no matter what, no matter the cost, that philosophically or emotionally it's that important to you? So you have to think about this card. We can have egos running wild. We can have power struggles, people wanting the same thing and fighting over it. So again, this isn't a forever situation. This is a situation that can be handled and that can be dealt with over time, and distance perhaps. So interesting, in terms of possible outcomes, we have the Queen of Swords and we have Judgment, the major arcana. So the Queen of Swords is right below the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, all about making smart decisions, may seem a little cold-hearted, may seem that you're not taking in the emotional component of someone telling you a story perhaps, or trying to get your help, and you're not quite hearing their perspective. You're maybe seeing through to the facts and the figures, and you're saying, maybe this isn't for me. Because you're basing your decision on facts and reason and, understanding the scenario through and through. This Queen of Swords, this is about decisive decision-making. It's about dropping the sword. You know what you're going to do because you've done all of the homework. You've done all of the diligence in order to be in a position to make a decision. And you are not being swayed by the emotional gossip or the emotional component sometimes that we let filter into our decisions. So this is a very strong case of facts and reason and intelligence, and again, truth and clarity. And the clarity comes from the evidence. It comes from the facts. It comes from seeing things as they really are. Now, if this Queen of Swords is someone within the family, sometimes the Queen of Swords can come off blunt, maybe critical, maybe judging in a sense, and it's just something to be aware of as a shadow side, or as just another piece of this picture, which is sometimes the Queen of Swords can be biting and may appear to be critical. Maybe he or she doesn't mean it, but that's how it comes off. And so with the Queen of Swords, we have Judgment. And Judgment, here the angel is playing the horn. And that's getting the call. That's literally the judgment of your own life, of looking within, of thinking about your life, your decisions, where you are now. Are you happy with where you are now? If you're happy, that's great. But often when we look at judgment, we think of second chances, we think of a rebirth, we think of a transformation, an opportunity to change what we have been doing in order to fulfill a greater need, something that we're compelled to do, or something of a higher purpose. And so you take time to consider what happened before. You don't punish yourself. You don't let those things in the past, obstruct your possibilities for the future. It's literally you cleanse. You have the call to do something from this point forward, something that's going to serve you. And this Judgment card, you hear the call and you say to yourself, is that all there is? Is this what I'm doing? Is this what I'm meant to do for the rest of my life? And it doesn't matter what age. You can always chart a different course. You can always get yourself to what the stars want for you, what the universe wants for you to be your best self. So interesting cards here with possibilities of envisioning, of really truth-seeking, of making some choices, and the balance within your life. Let's see what we have in terms of an affirmation for the week. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So go with the flow, trust your instincts, trust your Queen of Sword and your Knight of Sword truth-seeking abilities, which is to understand what you're dealing with and making sense of it with, in the best way that you know how to make sense of things, and allow the smooth sailing to continue. There may be a hiccup or two with the Five of Swords, but you get past those things. And finally, let's choose a card for love. Action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. And so this is taking action, expressing yourself, staking your claim, really allowing your essence to come through. I love the idea of the loving colors of your soul, of all of the amazing colors that we have within. So Taurus, this is what I have for you for the week. I hope that you found something helpful here today with this reading. If you did, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, comment below. I wish you a very happy holiday week with your loved ones, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.